going on, my friends? Back again with another video. Today showing you some awesome horror film effects. Pretty easy to do. What I'm going to be doing is splitting this video up into two parts. So today I'm going to be dropping the Premiere version, showing you guys some easy stuff you can do within Premiere, showing you some compositing, showing you a color grade tutorial for darker stuff like this. I'm going to give you some tips on getting some awesome sound effects because sound is really key for horror films, as well as I'm going to talk about some other stuff like the ghost transition you saw at the end of this. Like I said, make sure you guys subscribe, turn that notification bell if you don't want to miss tomorrow's upload, because tomorrow I'm going to be going through showing you guys the After Effects stuff, like the hand coming out of the picture, some of the distortion that's going on, some of the cool stuff like that. So without any more talking, let's hop right into this. So here's the base footage I started with. I actually shot this in the day, so I had to color grade and add that kind of like darker vibe to it. We got me just passing by this picture here in my living room. So first off, what I'm going to do is show you how I color graded this, and also what I'm going to do is give you guys a nice LUT to be able to apply onto your footage so that you can make this a lot faster and easier. So down in the description, check out the free LUT. It's called Beyond the Pines. I'm going to go over to my color workspace, and in my Lumetri color panel, I'm just going to click on Creative, and then I'm going to click on this. It's going to open up my LUTs. If you don't see this menu, just click browse and then find wherever your LUTs are. So it's in this folder for me, and we're going to be going with the Beyond the Pines LUT, as you see right here, and it gives it this dark, gritty kind of vibe. If you want, you can down or up the intensity, blend it however you would like in case there's any colors that are being taken out from the LUT. Now what I'm going to do is go up to my basic correction, and I'm just going to bump up the contrast. I'm going to lower the highlights a little bit just because there's a little bit too much light over here. And I'm also going to drop the shadows a tiny bit. And then I'm also going to drop the blacks a little bit, just like that. So now we have a nice cool color grade, a nice dark color grade. What I also did to this is I just added a little vignette. So back in our Lumetri color panel, click vignette, and then just drop the amount. It's going to add these kind of dark edges. I'm also going to bump the feather out just to blend that a little bit more. And there you go, quick little easy color grade. Made it look like it's a lot later in the day than it is. Okay guys, next up what I'm going to do is just show you how you can set up the scene a little bit more and just composite some elements over this to give it a darker vibe. So this video is actually sponsored by Footage Crate. There's somebody that I've actually talked about a lot because they have some awesome, really cool resources. A lot of them are for free, as you can see, and I used a bunch of these Footage Crate 4K elements throughout my video. Like I said, this is sponsored, but I wholeheartedly use this a lot. Use these and talked about this in a lot of my videos and a lot of my projects. So what you can do is just look up horror, and it's going to give you a bunch of cool stuff you can work with, whether it's blood elements or some kind of weapons. You can also come down here and find dirt, debris, and then dust and smoke, as well as natural elements and fire. I made some videos talking about how to 3D track fire, so that's a super cool tutorial if you do want to check that out. Let's go ahead and click on dust and smoke. And what I did is I actually downloaded this one right here, Smoky Atmosphere 1. If you want, you can choose any of these other ones, but that's just going to give you a nice starting place to add some kind of like smoky fog. So once you've downloaded that, just drag it into your project bin here. We got the clip here. All we need to do is just overlay this on top of our clip, and this is what it's going to look like. Now we can make some adjustments just to kind of blend this however we would like. Let's come up here to our effect controls and then down here to opacity, and we can change our blending mode to something like screen. If you want, you can put it on overlay, which looks pretty cool. You can put it on darken. You can really just mess around with any of these blending modes. I'm just going to put it on overlay, and then I'm also going to drop down the opacity a tiny bit. So like I said, check out Footage Crate, link down in the description. They have a bunch of these. It's super easy, drag and drop stuff, already pre-keyed out. You just need to place it over your footage just like this. So another thing that I use from Footage Crate is this dust on the lens clip. I'm just going to place it here just to kind of add in the effect that we're getting here. And what I did was I right-clicked on the ends of each of these clips to apply default transitions, and that's just going to add a little cross dissolve onto our clips so that it starts from black and then fades in just like that, which looks really dope. Now I'm going to show you guys a really cool effect that you can do all in Premiere, and it's something that you can really apply to this kind of like darker vibe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a place where I want to apply this effect. I'm going to kind of create these ghost trails. So I'm going to click on this clip, I'm going to click Control K to make a cut, and then I'm going to come over here to these arrows and then click on my effects library. And I'm just going to search up the echo effect. Now, if you guys do want, on my website, I have an effects pack where you can download some presets. I have Ghost Effect in my effects pack preset 1. And then in the effects pack preset 2, I also have a Ghost Trails effect. So if you do want an easy drag and drop preset where I've kind of experimented a lot with the settings, you can definitely do that. Check it out. They're super cheap. But if not, I'm going to show you how to create something similar from scratch. So let's just go ahead and look up the echo effect. So here under the video effects folder, under the time folder, we have echo. Let's go ahead and drag that onto our clip and then come up to our effect controls and then just drag down a bit. So you see the only issue with the echo effect is it brightens the clip up instantly. So to fix that, what we're going to do is just change the echo operator from add into something else. Usually I pick blend, For this one, I'm going to click maximum just because it kind of keeps it darker, which is what I was going for. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the number of echoes to 3, and that's just going to kind of add more of these duplications, so it's kind of like some trails whenever you're going along. But this doesn't really look like what we want to get it to, so let's change the starting intensity to something around 0.5, and then the decay to something around 0.3, just like that. And what I'm going to do is just bump up the starting intensity a little bit more until it's the brightness and exposure that I want. So something around 0.8 is where I got it for this clip. Depending on your clip, it's going to be different. And we got this awesome ghost trail effect, which you guys can see right here. You can use this for a lot of different videos when you kind of want that like not focused vision. And then like I said, since this is a 2-part video and I'm going to be doing the After Effects parts with the compositing on the actual picture itself and the hand coming out, make sure you guys check back tomorrow to watch that video, something super awesome. So to wrap this all up, I'm going to give you another big tip about sound. So sound is probably one of the most important things if you're making a horror film. You need to have good sound effects. The editing just isn't going to have the effect that you want. So if you guys want, you can also use Footage Crate and search for sound effects. They have a bunch of cool ones. Or what you could do is you could go to this site right here called freesound.org. You can just search any kind of horror sound effects, and these are all royalty free, and then just download them easily. Okay guys, so the last thing I want to talk to you about is this awesome transition I did just to go into my end screen. So this is actually from my transition pack on my website. I mixed together zooms and I mixed together ghost effects to create some really awesome stuff. If you would like that preset, check it out, like I said, on my website. All you need to do is download it, go to your effects library, follow the instruction video to install the presets, then you just need to look up my name, Max Novak, navigate to the transition pack folder right here, and then you're gonna get a bunch of awesome cool stuff which you can use for your projects, such as ghost spin, ghost zoom, ghost zoom out, Patronus zoom, anything like that. So for this video in particular, what I did was I went to the middle of these 2 clips. I clicked shift and then left to the once, and then I made a cut. So Control K, and then let's go back to the middle. So shift and right once, and then shift and right again, and then I'll click Control K to make another cut. So we have these 2 little sub clips in between these bigger clips where we want to make the transition. Let's highlight both of those. We're going to right click and then we're going to nest those clips. So we're basically just putting them together into one clip. Now what we can do is just go over to our effects library, just drag one of these easy presets. So for this one in particular, I actually used Ghost Distort Zoom. So just drag any one of these easy presets onto your nested clip and then just play it. So hopefully that helped you guys. Like I said, all relevant links will be in the description. Check out Footage Crate. They have awesome stuff for compositing, sound effects, as well as a bunch of other useful things for you guys in your editing projects. Check out my website, Media Monopoly. I have a bunch of free stuff, including that free LUT which you guys can download, as well as a bunch of other effects packs and other miscellaneous stuff that's going to help you guys. Make sure you guys remember to check out the video tomorrow. It's going to be for After Effects, showing you guys how to do some of the cool stuff you saw at the beginning. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. Helps to go with this channel a huge amount. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.